Morning students, this is your biology class and today's topic is phylum Ctenophora. In my yesterday class I have discussed about the Porifera and Coelenterata class, and these are the invertebrate phylum. Today we will discuss about the third phylum, which is Ctenophora. Okay, so Ctenophora is the third phylum of the invertebrate, and it shows the more complexity level in comparison to Ctenophora. That's why it is placed after the Ctenophora. After the Cnidaria. Ctenophores, commonly known as the sea walnut or comb jellies, are exclusively marine, radially symmetrical, diploblastic organisms with tissue level of organization. Okay, in Ctenophora, the members of Ctenophora commonly known as sea walnuts, because it look like the comb jellies, it look like the comb. That's why these are the these structure or these organisms are called comb jellies, which are exclusively marine, means mainly it lives in the marine water, does not live in the fresh water, radially symmetrical. If we cut the organism of the Ctenophora class from the center, and it will be divided into the uh, two identical halves, then this symmetry is called radial symmetry. These are diploblastic organisms. This means there is no endodermis in the body layer. Only the there is no mesoderm. Only endoderm and the ectoderm are present. That is called diploblastic organism. With the tissue level of organization, means there is a uh, the cells make the tissue and perform a basic function or perform a particular function, then it is called tissue level of organization. So in the members of Ctenophora, tissue level of organization is found. Body bears 8 external rows of ciliated comb plate. You can see in this diagram, which is the diagram of Pleurobrachia, which is the example of Ctenophora. 1 2 3 4, the green part which you can see is so 8 body bears 8 external rows of ciliated comb plates. These ciliated comb plates are external rows which are like comb like. That's why these plates are called comb plates, which help in the locomotion. These plates help to the member of the Ctenophora class for the locomotion. Locomotion means for the movement. Okay, why with the help of these plates it can move from one place to another. Digestion is both extracellular and intracellular. Bioluminescence means the property of a living organism to emit लाइट. जुगनू जैसे होता है, उसकी तरह जुगनू क्या करता है, अपनी अपनी बॉडी में ही जो लाइट प्रेजेंट होती है उसको इमिट करता है, वो भी बायोल्यूमिनेसेंस का एग्जांपल है. तो bioluminescence, the property of a living organism to emit light. It can emit light from its own body, is well marked in ctenophores. So the members of the ctenophores represent the bioluminescence. Sex are not separate means both the sex are present in one organism, and it is called the condition hermaphrodite. Reproduction takes place only by sexual means. Fertilization is external means sperm and ovum are released in outside the environment, and the fertilization takes place outside the body of organism. That is called external fertilization. And indirect development, I have already told you in the yesterday class. Indirect development means there is a larval development, there is a larval condition or larval stages in the life cycle of the organisms, then it is called indirect development. Direct development means there is no larva stage in the life history of the organism, that is called direct development. Example are Pleurobanchia and Tinoplana. Pleurobanchia, you can learn the example left, you can left the Tinoplana because Pleurobanchia is more important. The next phylum is Platyhelminth. I hope this phylum is clear to all of you. What are the characteristic feature of this phylum? That is commonly known as sea walnuts, comb jelly, because the comb-like structure are present. 8 comb plates are present. It performs the bioluminescence, and the example of this phylum is Pleurobrachia. Next phylum is Platyhelminth. They have dorso-ventrally flattened body. The body of the members of Platyhelminth have dorso-ventrally flattened body, hence are called flatworms because their body is flat. That's why they are commonly known as flatworms. These are mostly endoparasite, means the ticks. ठीक है, what are the ticks who lives on the outer surface of the body, that is called ectoparasite. The organism which gain food from living on the body surface of the other organism, that is called ectoparasite. Ecto means outer area, bahar. Endo means inner, andar. So endoparasite because it lives inside the intestine or in any organ of organism, that is called endoparasite. So the members of platyhelminths are mostly endoparasite, found in animal including human being. It can live inside our intestine also. So that is endoparasitic. Platform of bilaterally symmetrical. See, the symmetry has been improved in this phylum, and the above phylum radial symmetry was present, and in platyhelminths bilateral symmetry is present. Triploblastic and acoelomate means there is no body cavity between the gut wall and the body wall, so that's why these are called acoelomate animals with organ level of organization. Organs, because the digestive system has been made in the body of the organism, that is called organ system. So organ system is initiating in this phylum, so that's why the level of organization is organ type. Hooks and sucker are present in the parasitic form. See, these are the endoparasites, so there are hooks and suckers. Hooks by which they can hold their body to inside the body of the host. So hooks provide, yeah, hooks help to the organism by holding the body organ or attaching the body organ to the host body. So hooks help in the attachment, and sucker by which they can suck the absorbed food from the host. So that is the function of suckers. So hooks and sucker are very important feature of the platyhelminths. With the help of hooks they attach to the host, and with the help of suckers they suck the food, they suck absorbed food from the host body, are present in the parasitic form. The members of the platyhelminths who are parasite, ectoparasite or endoparasite, they have the hook and sucker in their body. With the help of hooks and sucker they took their food. Some of them absorb nutrients from the host directly through their body surface. The members of platyhelminths, uh, some of them absorb nutrients from the host directly through the body surface. Body surface, the outer body surface of the host, they can take the nutrition from that. Specialized cell called flame cell help in osmoregulation and excretion. What is osmoregulation? Maintenance of the water in the body, that is called osmoregulation. So there are special structure which are only present in the helminths phylum, that are flame cell, which help in the osmoregulation excretion. Excretion means release of the urine or maintenance of the water in the body, that is called excretion or osmoregulation. Sex are not separate because both the sex are present in the same body. That condition is called hermaphrodite. Fertilization is internal. Fertilization, here the fertilization is internal in the body of the organism, and development is through many larval stages. There are many larval stages in the platyhelminths group. So this is indirect development. Some members like planaria possess high regeneration capacity. There are some members of the platyhelminths phylum which have regeneration capacity. Regeneration means if we cut out uh, any part of organism, then it will regenerate and again it will form new organism. So planaria is the example of regeneration capacity. It's important example of regeneration. An example of this phylum are Taenia solium and Fasciola. These are the diagram of the Taenia. Taenia, and the common name of Taenia is tapeworm, and this is liver fluke. Liver fluke is the common name, and the biological name is Fasciola hepatica. Fasciola and Taenia, most important, are the example of the platyhelminths group. Planaria is also, and planaria has the regeneration capacity. Okay, so these were the examples of platyhelminths. Quick revise of the platyhelminths. there are flattened body, they have flattened bodies, that's why they are called flatworms. Mostly endoparasite, bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic, acoelomate animal with organ level of organization. Hook or sucker are present on the body of the organism, that's why they absorb the food from the host cell. Specialized cell, flame cell are present for the osmoregulation and excretion. Sex are not separate, hermaphrodite condition is there, and fertilization is internal and development is indirect. Planaria has regeneration capacity. Tinea solium, tinea common name tabworm, fasciola common name liver fluke are the example of platyhelminth group. Okay, so this is all about the Ctenophora. Fourth, I will not go in the above phylum because there will be confusion to all of you. So one by one we will discuss two to phylum, that will be easy to you to understand. Okay, so I hope this is both the phylum are clear to all of you. If there is any doubt, you can comment in the comment section. I will resolve your problem. Thank you. Bye.